everyone, Zeddy here again today with a brand new video, and I hate to make a video like this. We've already talked about Quest Warlock yesterday, and it's a very similar tune from me a lot of the time about United and Stormwind, and I see what it's done to the game. I see what the interest level is in the game, and I'm not the only one. And I want to take this video to go over something Kibler went over on Twitter about, and when Kibler's speaking up, it's usually pretty bad because he can usually tolerate a lot. He's pretty positive and very, on the up and up side of things. But again, Kibler kind of went on a bit of a spiel on Twitter, and I thought we'd go over it. And how I'm concerned about the game. Like, I'm genuinely concerned about the future of Hearthstone, the way it's going. And Kibler, I think, is seeing the same things as a lot of us are. And I wanted to talk about it, how Hearthstone just isn't fun. People aren't interested. People don't want to watch. Feels like people don't want to play that much. It's just rough. It's rough. And I wanted to go over that because, like, I even see it on my YouTube channel, like, sub count, like, lately has been just very stagnant. Views are consistent and good, but even that, it's like the interest doesn't feel like it's there. And I know, like, Rarin, I've talked to him, he's had his lowest viewership ever. I know a lot of standard streamers that just don't want to stream because their viewership is, like, awful. People aren't tuning in. They just feel like it's not worth it. And anyways, let's go into what Kibler says. And then I want to go over what I feel like is missing the most in Hearthstone right now. And it's one word. There's one word that I feel like is missing more than anything. And it was taken away by United and Stormwind. I feel like this expansion, as it is going right now, and maybe we'll do a listing of this later, but I feel like United and Stormwind may arguably be the worst expansion of all time. Not because it's like not powerful, it's very powerful, but for the fact that it's literally killing the game in Standard and Wild. I feel like it's freaking killing it. So anyways, let's go into what Kibler has to say. So Kibler says, after a brief respite immediately after the patch, I feel like Hearthstone Standard is pretty much back to being linear combo decks and aggro, with mercenaries seemingly the next big focus. I don't expect we'll see major changes anytime soon, which has me worried. Audience interest in Standard has pretty much never been lower, and this is just flat out true. Viewership has literally never been lower, and it's only going to get worse as things come along, like he alludes to here. And expected to continue to dip both due to the state of the metagame and the shiny newer game modes of Mercs, and Mercs being mercenaries and battlegrounds. I may just take a break for a while and play other stuff entirely, which is a big hit because Kibler's like one of the only standard streamers that bring in like 1,000 viewers on average anymore. There's not very many left. I may make a video with my thoughts on this, but the basic gist is quests are fundamentally problematic mechanic because they make every game about the same thing, since you always draw them and it's dangerous for them to be as good as they are in the set. On top of that, there are other decks like a Rogue that operate in a super linear and minimally interactive way as well, which leads to tons of games ending super similarly and with little feeling of agency for the losing player. I get that a lot of people like combo style decks, and I know begrudge their existence, but their power level and prominence to the current metagame and the lack of effective interaction with them crowds out so many strategies. So Kibler is basically saying what we've been talking about, that, it's quest decks versus aggro versus combo. It's a race. It's typically turns 6 through 9. The game's decided, and it's pretty one-sided one way or the other. There's not really any interaction. Like, the only counterplay you have in the game right now is like Mutinous and Vol'jin. It doesn't really make the cut. You have like Cult Neophytes and the Watch Post stuff, but it's not nearly enough to really do anything. But yeah, Kibler is just frustrated. As someone who's like, Kibler's a very creative deck builder, likes to play fun stuff, different stuff. You just can't do that with these strategies. Every strategy, whether it's aggro, whether it's the quest lines, whether it's the combo, have all the same problems to me. They all have the exact same problems to me, and it all revolves around one word, and that's rewarding. Hearthstone does not feel rewarding anymore. United and Stormwind, for me, has taken everything that's rewarding about Hearthstone out of the equation. Because if you're playing a questline deck, they're so simple, they're so basic, they're so easy to complete. They literally tell you what to do. Let's say, just for example, warrior. You play pirates. That's it. You play a bunch of pirates. Is there anything rewarding about playing pirates? Not particularly. Is there anything rewarding about building a deck around this quest? No, because you're gonna play a bunch of pirates or ways to draw pirates. And then you play Rakara, and the game's kind of decided by that. That's it. You play Demon Hunter. You have to draw cards. What has Demon Hunter been doing since day one with Skull and all these other cards? Draw cards. It's literally the same thing every game. You draw cards, which that's it. You put cards in your deck that draw cards, and then you put whatever win condition, whether it's an Il'gynoth or the OTK weapon, whatever. But the deck plays the same way every single time. So you can see the pattern with the quests. They play out the exact same way every game. They're in your opening hand every game, so it's not like you can ever escape them not drawing their quest or something. You're going to be facing that same strategy every game, and it's just a race. They're going to play their game that their quest literally tells them they have to play, and that's it. But take a look at aggro. Aggro now has just unbelievable efficient draw, whether it's like Aggro Druid, which now has like 2 mana draw 7 on a full board, or playing against a poison rogue that can just draw their entire deck by turn 9, and every deck just draws so many cards, is so efficient, removes everything so efficiently that every game is basically linear and aggro, because every deck is so efficient, can play so many cards per turn that it's just, again, I don't find that to be rewarding. And then you have the combo decks there. For me, an old combo deck like Malagos Druid, the old Malagos Druid was like, you'd have to really work to draw your cards. You didn't have like that many card draw options. You made work with what you got, but now you just have Celestial, like, let's just say a card like Celestial Alignment, where you just play it and then you just rip through your entire deck for like no mana because you have Anacondra, and again, every deck is so efficient and just kills like nothing. And to me, that's not rewarding. I was playing Wild today. I was playing Malagos Druid in Wild, and Malagos Druid is my favorite archetype of all time. I love it, and I play it with Celestial Alignment, and I'm bored out of my mind because I play Alignment, and then I just draw my deck the next turn, and I win, and it's over. Or I die because I lost to an aggro deck or a quest deck or whatever. Like, no game feels rewarding. Even the games I'm winning, it's not like I'm doing anything. It's the quest deck is doing it, or this super unbelievably optimized combo deck that, if it existed 2 years ago, would have been nerfed to oblivion, because we can't have OTKs killing from out of hand in turn 7, 8, 9. And now we have like multiple of them. Like, we have not just 1 or 2, we have like 3 or 4. And even in Wild, where the meta got a little bit healthier with the quest lines being taken out, I was playing Wild on stream today. In, I would think it was my first 7 games, I didn't face a non-quest deck, because the quest lines, again, are just, not only are they so linear, but they're so overpowered that, again, it's all you're playing. So I'm just seeing people being very frustrated, not wanting to even watch the game. Viewership has just plummeted at probably a new low. And if you've been watching me at all on Twitch, I've been playing a ton of Arena. I've been playing less and less in Ladder. I still play Ladder every day, so I know what's going on, so I can talk honestly about this stuff. Otherwise, I don't feel like I could talk about it. And like, I just don't enjoy Hearthstone. I don't have fun playing the game almost on any level anymore, because I feel like they've taken the rewarding element out of the game. They've taken the deck building out of the game, that fun aspect out of it, and also just my plays. I'm literally following a blueprint, I feel like, with every single deck. My plays are dictated by what Blizzard makes powerful, rather than just what it, allowing players to discover what's powerful. Everything feels so brute force, so optimized, that it just doesn't leave room for the player to influence much. And that's where I feel, and I feel for Kibler in the state. And I'm going to continue, of course, making Hearthstone content, streaming Hearthstone, but definitely gonna be focusing more on Arena and modes where it feels like my gameplay and my decisions matter, like my drafting matters and all that stuff. It's a lot more fun. But Standard and Wild Ladder, to me, is just, it's just awful. It's not fun. And if you're enjoying it, that's great. And I would love to hear more from you guys about what you're enjoying and all that. But yeah, I thought I'd relay this all to you, that, you're not alone if you're feeling frustrated like this. You've heard it from me. You've heard it from Kibler. Maybe he'll make a video on this. And even Regis Kilbin, the man of positivity, seconds on every point. So there you go. United into Stormwind. Is it killing Hearthstone? It actually might just be. So if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day and stay salty, my friends.